Yaakov's pale face and dark-rimmed eyes revealed his exhaustion after this long, bloody day. Surprisingly, he herded 3 small boys into the room as he entered. "Forgive me for disturbing you, my lord, but it seems the fighting hasn't ended after all." Dread made Mordecai's skin crawl. "What do you mean? According to the king's edict, the fighting was supposed to end at sunset. The 13th of Adar is over." "The fighting isn't in the streets. It's here, in the citadel." "What?" "Several members of your personal staff and their families were attacked in their homes an hour ago." Mordecai scrambled to his feet, his movements stiff. "No, that's impossible. We've had guards stationed everywhere." "Yes, we did. But we sent the guards home too soon, all but the one outside your door, and we trusted the wrong people. Our enemies found breaches in our security and used them to attack your closest staff members." Yaakov's deep voice trembled with emotion. 2 men and their families were slaughtered before we could sound the alarm. "And your home, your family?" "The warning reached me before the assassins did. My family is safe." "Which of my staff members were killed?" Mordecai asked, fearing the answer. "Bani ben Zakkai and his family." "God of Abraham, have mercy," Mordecai whispered. "And your scribe, Hakaliah, and his wife." Yaakov swallowed, battling his grief. "These are Hakaliah's 3 sons. They survived, but they saw." He didn't finish. Mordecai needed a moment to regain control. He scrubbed his hands down his face, pulling his beard. He wished he could awaken all over again and discover that this had only been a dream. Yaakov cleared his throat. "This retaliation was personal, my lord, against your administration. The assassins knew who to target, where they lived, how to circumvent security. They deliberately waited until after sunset, when we believed the fighting was over, and returned home to get some sleep." "These attackers were already waiting inside the citadel?" "It appears so, my lord. All of the outside gates and doors have been under guard for days." Mordecai moaned. "I'm responsible for this. How could I have been so short-sighted? We made so many meticulous plans to safeguard our people in all parts of the empire, and yet I failed my closest associates, right here in the citadel." "None of us expected it, my lord, but we believe that all of the murderers have been captured or killed. The ones taken alive will talk before morning. We'll learn the extent of the conspiracy." "It has to be Haman's sons and their allies seeking revenge. I would stake my life on it." Mordecai paced some more, battling exhaustion and rage as he tried to decide what to do. "I'll send word to Queen Esther and ask her to petition the king. The 10 sons of Haman will all hang for this. In the meantime, we need an extra day to finish destroying our enemies. Esther must ask the king's permission to track them down and kill them today, too. We'll find them wherever they're hiding. This isn't finished." He crossed to his work table and scrabbled around in the dim lamplight, searching for a pen, for parchment. "Have someone summon Hathach, the queen's eunuch," he told Yaakov. "He'll need to deliver my message to Esther without delay. She'll have to take the initiative again as soon as possible and approach the king unbidden with this request." "Wouldn't it be quicker to petition him yourself, my lord?" "Perhaps. But Xerxes will be more inclined to act if he understands that his wife's life is threatened." Mordecai was so caught up with fury and regret, so angry with himself for letting down his guard, that he forgot about the 3 small boys until he heard a shaky sob, a sniffle. He looked up. They still wore their nightclothes, their dark hair sleep-tousled. The youngest child rubbed his eyes, his face damp with tears. All 3 wore the same blank-eyed look of desolation and horror that he remembered seeing on his young cousin Esther's face the day she'd been orphaned, the day he had adopted her as his own. Mordecai hadn't been responsible for the deaths of Esther's parents.